Welcome to the Blox Retro Repair YouTube channel. Let's do an arcade tour. I decided I really need to start uploading here more, so I've bought a dedicated camera for filming horizontal, so hopefully we'll be getting a lot more videos here on this YouTube channel here. So let's just go through every machine I have. Starting, of course, in the functional section of the arcade. Starting off is this 1948 Monterey pinball machine. This is the oldest functional machine I have. This is a nice wood rail machine. It is in incredibly good condition, well, besides that back glass, but this thing appears to be fully functional now that we've got it working here in the arcade, and it works awesomely. It is amazing. This was one of the first machines to feature flippers. They're up there for some reason, but it is one of the first ones. They, I guess, didn't figure out where to put the flippers yet, so that's where they are. Pretty cool. Moving on, beside that, we have the 1982 pole position. This thing is working beautifully. We need to do a cap kit on the monitor. The monitor is a little bit slow to heat up, but once it warms up, those colors are absolutely beautiful. And right beside it, we actually have a 1997 Maximum Force. This is actually a UK cabinet. This is a 220 volt cabinet that I have running on 110 with a step-up converter. And this has actually been modded to also have Area 51 inside, as that was a thing you could do. It's not a very difficult upgrade as long as you have the right board set, which of course this one did. And right beside that is a Great 1000 Mile Rally 2. This is actually in a different cabinet. This was a conversion cabinet. This is being emulated on a Raspberry Pi, however, I'm missing a few cables in it right now, so it is unfortunately not functional. The original board set I do have, but the ROMs are dead, and I never bothered to learn how to program ROMs. That's something we need to really work on now, because I might have another machine that's going to need some ROMs to program soon. But beside that, we also got another 1982 Miss Pac-Man machine. This thing is incredibly good condition, though it is a little bit worn on the sides, but the colors are beautiful in that monitor, and the marquee looks absolutely gorgeous. And moving beside that, we have a 1978 Space Invaders cabinet. It looks like we have a couple dead marquee bobs, that sucks. But this is another absolutely beautiful looking cabinet. And of course, beside that, we have a 1981 Centipede cabinet. Again, absolutely beautiful looking. That monitor looks awesome, so does that marquee. And of course, beside that, we have our beautiful Rockola Supersound, 1984, I believe. Rockola Jukebox. This plays 45s. It is fully functional, though the breaker keeps tripping on the power supply once in a while, so we might need to do some lubrication here soon. And beside that, we actually have a VR setup, which is awesome, and a 1995, I believe, Grand Performer 2000, or Performer Grand 2000. I always get that wrong. This is a CD jukebox. The only CD jukebox that I have that's functional, but it is a absolutely awesome sounding jukebox. And actually, let's move over to right here. We have a 1977 Namco Shoot-Away. This is a really rare machine, and it is incredibly fun to play. Highly recommend. They're absolutely massive, though. They take up a ton of space. But back over here, we have a 2007, way newer than any other machine here, Deal or No Deal. I actually got this at an auction really cheap and didn't expect to have the computer, but it did, so it's just awesome. It's a super fun game, highly recommend. We actually did a video proving that it's not actually rigged. It actually does shuffle the cases correctly and doesn't lie to you. And beside that, we have a absolutely beautiful 1993 Title Fight machine. This was actually cut in half across there, and we had to attach that all the way back together, but marquee lights out. It is a beautiful twin cabinet. You can fight against each other. It's basically a Punch-Out, but, you know, larger. This right here is just an empty Atari Showcase 33. I keep meaning to turn this into a fighting cabinet, but I have not gotten around to it yet. And beside that, we have a Virtual Cop from 1994. This is functional, but monitor has some issue. Well, actually, no, it looks pretty okay. This is actually just a mirror effect. There's a mirror there, and the monitor is actually down below there. Really cool machine. The marquee's out, but functional. And beside that, we have a custom Clone Hero machine in a Virtual Fighter 2 cabinet. This was, of course, converted to a Ranger Mission at one point, and then I converted it to Clone Hero because, well, I got it as an empty cabinet, and at the time, I was very into Clone Hero. Right here, we have an Operation Wolf. Unfortunately, it's not turning on for some reason. We'll have to figure that out. But beside that, we have a 1978 Bobby Orr pinball machine. We just finished restoring this over on TikTok. Got a brand new piece of back glass there, an entirely brand new head, because that was really molded and it was left outside, so this was a beautiful restoration. But beside that, we have a 1977 Jungle Queen. This one, unfortunately, has a stuck relay right now, so I can't turn it on, or it just infinitely runs. And we have our Williams Aztec from 1976, another absolutely beautifully running machine. Ignore the mess. I had to make a bunch of room because this machine just got moved in here and a bunch of other machines got moved out and a few other machines got moved in. So a bunch of stuff just got thrown everywhere, so we still need to clean up. Over here behind the Shoot-Away, I have another slot machine that's going to be going there. Right here we got a Mega Touch and another slot machine. And right here is the coin machine, just to get tokens out for running in the arcade. And we got a dartboard over here. That's everything in this part of the arcade. Now let's go to the, well, chaotic side of the arcade of all the machines that are being worked on. There's one or two over there. Actually, before we go over there, we got our, our basketball game that's functional. We got our Jeep Kitty Ride we restored. We got 3 racing games and a operation game that we need to get working. That's gonna be a fun custom build. But now over to the machines that we're currently working on, kind of slowly. That's a machine that TikTok hasn't seen yet. That was a brand new one I just picked up for 50 bucks. This one here I got for free. It was sitting outside for many years. That one's gonna be a fun restoration. We've been slowly working on that. We got a, what is that? Silver Strike Bowling. That one's actually complete, just needs a monitor repaired. And we got a Sports Shooting USA that also needs a monitor repair. Here we have an absolutely ridiculous 1,000-pound machine. This is a soccer shot coin pusher. Absolutely ridiculously heavy. Here we got a bootleg Tetris. Yeah, this is setting out here because the board is having ROM issues. So that's gonna be fun. This is a $6,000 book scanner. That's insane. And we got an Area 51 Site 4, which is just getting a little bit more work done to it, and we get this thing sold. And same with that Sega Bass Fishing. That'll hopefully here be soon getting sold. Over here, we got a Target Toss Pro. This one's complete except for a power supply, so I've never actually turned this one on. Oh, no, whoa, I'm wrong. This one needs a monitor. This one is complete. It just needs a monitor. Well, it just needs cap kitted. This Golden Tee here, it just needs a power supply, and then this Golden Tee is the one that is complete. I've never turned it on, though, because I don't have a power supply. I should say it's complete except for a power supply. It's really rusty inside, so I highly doubt it works, but it's something we'll get working. This is a DDR machine. However, we're missing the dance pads, and this is probably one of the roughest DDR machines, well, ever. It is absolutely demolished. We have another Super Sound jukebox there, an old phonograph over there. So basically, that's everything in this section of the arcade. In here, we got our H.C. Evans pushover that we're slowly restoring. Again, this is the last known to exist one. I've yet to find any proof of any other ones of these existing. Really cool machine, really slowly restoring this one. It's taken a absolutely stupid amount of work behind the scenes. And now this building here that I just recently got cleaned up, put machines in. We got a few jukeboxes here. That one's super waterlogged. It's gonna have to probably be just trash. Same with that pinball machine. Don't have a head for it. We got a Megatouch there, phonograph. We have 2 cocktail tables that apparently there is no goddamn market for it. Apparently nobody wants cocktail tables. That's a fun thing to discover. We have a fancy, what are the rotary motion merchandisers? Really cool. Had this thing for a while, keep meaning to restore it, haven't got around to it. Back there we got a bingo machine, we have a Le Mans. This one here is a, what is it? A Redline racer cabinet that is slightly waterlogged. Cabinet itself's pretty much just trash, but at some point I might steal the electronics out of it, maybe restore this cabinet, who knows. Here we got a multicade that's gonna stay a multicade, but I need to clean it up and get this thing out of here and sell it. We have some other waterlogged jukeboxes. We have a World Fair pinball machine. This one absolutely demolished, super waterlogged on the playfield. That's why you should keep glass on it and make sure your attic doesn't leak that you're storing your pinball machine in. And this is a Tornado baseball. This thing, someday we'll fix it, but the person I got it off of didn't realize their garage roof was leaking, didn't have a glass on it, playfield completely ruined. Right there we got a dartboard. Hopefully we'll get that thing sold here soon, and I believe that's everything in this building. So on to the next. Finally, in the last building, aka the barn here, we got this claw machine, and we have a head for a machine right there. Right here we got an Off-Road Thunder. This is complete except for the computer, and I have yet to find a computer for a reasonable price. So it's gonna sit here. Here we have another jukebox. Not sure what model, broken glass, but this one's actually complete and functional, I believe, except for that broken glass. Also have 4 of these flasher slots. I believe 3 of them are complete, maybe only 2, and one of them is missing a bunch of stuff. And another jukebox that I believe was functional, but I think it's missing something. Not 100% sure on that one. This right here is a Chicago Coin Speedway that eventually we'll get back to working on. I kind of put it to the side so we could finish some other projects, because I kind of was spread way too thin on way too many projects, so we'll get back to this one here soon. And this one here is very interesting. It doesn't seem like much here on the front and back. When you come to the front, it still might not seem like much, but this is a Color Sonics Combi 150, which was actually a video jukebox, which is extremely rare. I've not really seen too many of these out there, and a bunch of these movies are not archived, and I happen to have quite a many of these movies, and I'm pretty sure they're lost media. So I cannot wait to get this thing restored and play those and obviously back up every single one of them. And of course, we have a few more jukeboxes. I believe that one's complete except for a side panel. The rest of these I'm pretty sure are all stripped out. We have a little kid's pinball machine. We have a bingo machine, which this one is interesting because it's the wrong bingo machine for this cabinet. So I'm not sure how the hell that happened, but again, more stripped out jukeboxes, more stripped out jukeboxes. We got a stripped out Raisin Cabinet, stripped out Buck Hunter, and some stripped out Golden Tees. Another, actually that's a pretty sure complete jukebox. We got, well, there's a lot of dust in my camera, holy shit. That's what happens when you're in a barn. There's the slot machine that's gonna go down there, and a bunch more stripped out. Some of these are complete jukeboxes. We got a shooting gallery game there. Most of these are empty. There's a few, I know those two are complete, and I believe a couple other ones out there are complete. Basically, there was a warehouse that's getting rid of a ton of jukeboxes, and if I didn't take them, they were going to the landfill, so I just took them. Eventually, we'll probably put some new amplifiers in them, make them Bluetooth jukeboxes, but it's gonna take a while. This right here is an example of one of those Bluetooth jukeboxes I built up. I've sometimes lending this out to a couple of places around me that need a jukebox or need some music or something. That one's pretty cool. We got a couple more empty cabinets. We got an empty Space Invaders cabinet. I'd love to get a board set for that one because it's complete except for a board set. We have this really cool gold mining game that's actually traveled more in its lifetime than me. This thing has been completely around the world. Really cool. Over there, we got a couple more empty machines. We have a jumping jackpot that I honestly forgot about. Just needs a couple LEDs and we'll get that thing sold and out of here. This one here is unfortunately missing a computer, so we might sell this one eventually once I get some kind of a computer for it. I have another one of these that does have a computer, but it's at another place right now. But it'll probably be getting sold here soon. Over here we have a couple more jukeboxes. A few of these are complete, a few of them are not. A couple of those CD jukeboxes are complete except for a CD laser. Unfortunately, those CD lasers are stupid expensive. So they're probably not gonna be restorable because the CD laser is more than the jukebox is worth, which is really unfortunate. We also have a Wurlitzer here, which is the most complicated jukebox brand ever. It also happens to look like it was underwater. So that one will be a fun restoration if I ever get to it. In there is just a few more miscellaneous machines. Honestly, there is so many machines here. I think the last time I counted between all the buildings, there was like 107 machines, and I've bought a few since then. I don't think I've sold any. So we're probably close to 110, 115 machines, which is absolutely ridiculous. I need to start selling some of these here real soon, so hopefully expect a lot more content because I need to absolutely fly through some of these machines. But if you liked what you saw, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. We have a ton of machines to work on, ton of projects to go through, so I have absolutely not a lack of content, that's for damn sure. The only issue is, you know, I'm terrible at actually sitting down and actually recording stuff, which is why I've got a dedicated camera for horizontal, because sorting through vertical and horizontal for TikTok and everything is such a pain, so we're just going to use a different phone for each, because I think that's going to be the easiest scenario.